Can I ask you about some of the other co-stars and sort of your basic feelings about those characters' relationships, but also the working relationship on the set? Because you've worked with some of them for so many years now, starting with Jeremy Renner.
Yes, Jeremy, Jeremy and I we've all worked together now over a decade of time. And, Jeremy is like one of the finest actors around. He's so brilliant. And, we knew each other before we did the first Avengers. And we're desperate to find something to do together. We both, I'd done Iron Man 2, obviously, and then he got cast as Hawkeye, but I think he'd been talking with the studio kind of about that, how he could enter in for some time. And we just couldn't believe, and in a weird way, because Avengers wasn't exactly, that wasn't like a guaranteed thing for any of us, or from, certainly not me. I didn't, I kind of got a call like, oh, I did Iron Man 2. I thought maybe that would lead to something. And then suddenly it was like, they actually are making an Avengers movie, and, this is the cast. And so it almost felt like I got cast again, kind of in a weird way. And we were both going to do this massive thing together. And I think, other than Chris Evans, who, I'm close with a lot of those guys from before. But Chris Evans and I have worked together several times before, and we were very, close. But he'd already experienced Captain America and what that was. And so Renner and I kind of came into it in a way, it felt like we were doing it together. Like we were the new kids on set, kind of weirdly. We like just kind of stuck to each other, and those characters have such a beautiful love for one another. They just understand each other so much. They've been through, a lot separately of one another. And actually, Clint Barton essentially saves Natasha's life. At some point, it's kind of like either you come with us or we kill you. What do you want to do? And he vouches for her, and then they spend all this time together. He's, she says in Widow, she lets you know that, he was part of my defection, to SHIELD was, this final mission that, Barton and I went on together, and they've been in the foxhole together, and it felt like Renner and I were in the foxhole together. And so it again, that really, our friendship, I think, added to the authenticity of the dynamic between those two.